Alright, well, we're back out here again. We're back out this way. What are your parents like, Ramona? My parents? Normal, I guess. Are you serious? Even I know about your dad. He's on the board of the Rodon Phone Company. Wait, how do you know that? Everyone knows that. He's famous. I guess I looked into him for my own reasons, too. So Ramona's actually some pampered little princess from a rich family. No way. It's so not my thing. Though, yeah. Guess you could say mother and father were, like, hands off, but in a good way. My big sister, that's some pampered little... What? Why is it whenever I pick up an item, it keeps on, like, skipping text? Family, like, super normal then? My family is unbelievably annoying. Like, super overprotective, you mean? It's just my dad. He's loud and clingy and makes up weird nicknames for me like Pen Pen. Most annoying guy in the world, period. He's the worst. Yeah, that's a real downer for your dad. Oh, his own daughter described him like that. You dare take his side. Harmonia, how about you? Yeah, got a glimpse of an amazing looking sandwich she made too. How much text does it skip by? Like, I feel like, what was that, Adam Sandler movie? Where he has the remote and he's able to, like, skip through life, but, you know, he, learns to start savoring the little moments and stuff like that because he was skipping past, like, important life stuff. I feel like that's what's happening to me right now, where it's like, you know, it's just hitting the fast forward button and it's skipping forward to, like, much later in the story, and I just miss, like, several chapters of setup that lead up to whatever's going on at them. You have Thunder Wave. I'm fairly certain. Wait, you have Thunder Wave and, Static. I don't think saving makes any difference here. I am going to mess this up. Just watch me. Well, we've encountered our first shiny of the playthrough. But I'm probably gonna mess it up. You know, is probably what's gonna happen. Masquerain. Yeah, okay, do I have Static? Redeem name a Pokemon? Should it count for the shinies? Do I have Static, though? Maybe I should have double-checked that. Volt Absorb. Huh. Crap, man. Blended into the grass? Huh. Well, crap, man. Maybe I could have, like, put on, like, some sort of a TM. Name it Nobody? I feel like, you know, maybe special shinies should be, like, maybe special, like, Sheps. I don't know if I want to name the Masquerain Nobody, you know? I don't want to Toxic it. I don't think I can here, even. I can whittle it down with the, wait, no, you probably wouldn't use physical attacks anyway, right? Yeah. Somebody? How about we box it and come up with a cool name later? I don't know. This is what we do. Because if I just whittle it down with, like, lower power moves like that, assuming I don't get a crit. Ow. Sure, I'll do it again. Please don't crit. Okay, cool. I don't know if I can get you into red, though. I don't know if I can do it. If there's anything low power enough. I don't know. Let's hit it with a Rage Fist. Yeah, I might just have to, start chucking Pokeballs from here and hope for the best. You know. So you're green, huh? So, like, Nest Ball, maybe? Nest Ball's probably the way to go, then? Sure. And I think you're, Bug Flying? I don't remember what type you are. Maybe you're, like, Water Bug? Water Flying? I don't remember. Do I get increased catch rate? Okay, well... I don't have any cool name ideas. Surskit Syrup. So, okay, Bug Flying. Flaps its 4 wings to hover and fly freely in any direction, to and fro and sideways. So, fine. I'll do this, but you know, for stuff like the very first shiny of the playthrough, there's a, I'm gonna say that it could well be subject to change, is what I'll say. See nobody's summary. Could well be subject to change. Well, first shiny of the playthrough. Surprised that, part of me is kind of surprised that it took this long, considering, you know, we encountered so many freaking shinies while playing Legends Arceus. Yeah. Like, I got, like, what, 8 shinies during the course of that playthrough? Not even trying to hunt them down or anything like that, just kind of running into them and stuff. Okay. So, then we go ahead and do this. And then do that. Yeah. We can do that, then. Yeah. Well, cool. Neat. You're not, like, shinier, are you? There's just different colors of Floette, I think, right? I'll double check anyway. Because, yeah, your shiny odds are technically much better in games like these, just because you're seeing so many Pokemon at once. So, part of me is a little bit surprised that it took this long, considering, you know, the insane amount that we ran into in Legends Arceus. Which still really surprises me. But hey, cool. I did save after doing that, right? Just in case I didn't, I'll do it again. Do it again. Do you mind I'm saving? Okay. Now where the heck? Okay, yoink. Also, I apologize if, like, anyone was, like, super underwhelmed with, like, my underwhelming reaction. I know that there's a lot of content creators out there that'll see a shiny Pokemon. I'll just be like, oh my god, a shiny! Ah! What is going on with the shadow here? This isn't how shadows work. I'm so confused. Hi. Ah! Anyway, I know that a lot of creators will just go, like, really off the rails when they see a shiny and get, like, really hyped. And maybe there's a time that I would've. But I feel like after the Legends Arceus playthrough and just, like, encountering shinies, like, really regularly, you know, it's kind of cool. Like, I was trying to play that super carefully and make sure that I get it. But, like, the excitement and, like, sheer, oh my goodness, it's a shiny Pokemon that I would have otherwise experienced just isn't really there. I don't really have that, you know. Just kind of like, there's a rare one. That's pretty crazy. Let's try our best to get it. I'm glad that it was successful. But yeah, what's going on over here? Some sort of cave. But yeah, I'm really not one of those kinds of content creators that, you know, pops off and goes crazy at a shiny Pokemon. Like, maybe it's because of the Legends Arceus playthrough, or maybe I'm just not into over-exaggerating things. Because I feel like, you know, I'm sure that there are a lot of content creators out there where it is genuine, but, like, some of them probably just, like, over-exaggerate as much as they can, just for the sake of having, like, you know, a clip about it. Just, like, play into the hype of the moment. Get their audience hyped because they're hyped, because that's a thing that you can try to do as a content creator. It's like, if you're hyped, then you're making your, what? Wait. Also, that one wasn't another research station. One Pomo was, like, yellow, one was, like, orange. That's not a shiny thing, is it? Alright, another research station. Reminds me of a friend of yours who had never found a shiny before, then found her first one in Sword and Shield. That was Choodle. She effing hates Choodle. Well, let me look up. If I look up Pommy here, apparently shiny ones of that look red. Is what they look like. So yeah, I guess I don't know what was going on with the two different shading of those. Reddish pinkish is what they are. So no, that wouldn't have been in that case. Nice, we got to chill for a minute. Someone's gonna jump out at us again. 100% guaranteed. Oh, Penny, he's such a worrywart. Huh? Oh my, it's this doodle again. See? See? Wait a sec. It's just like that Titan Pokemon we saw, except tiny. So it was an ancient Pokemon all along. Whoa, you've battled one of these before, Arvin? It looks seriously strong. Yeah, well, Harmonia and I are old pros when it comes to Titans. Leave this to us. So anyway, from the perspective of, you know, getting hyped so that your audience can get more hyped, maybe if I was trying to focus on this, like, oh, there's some flipping through the ground. If I was trying to focus on this purely by, like, a numbers standpoint, like, content creation from the sense of, like, let's try to get, like, the best results that we can, numbers-wise and stuff, I would probably, you know, just, like, fake some great overreaction to, like, oh my god, it's a shiny! Ah! You know, that's what I'd probably do, but I'm not about that, you know? I'm not too interested in that kind of thing. You know. Oh, we're all just gonna play rough. I'd rather be genuine rather than, you know, reactions for what's the right word? I don't know what the right word there would be. Fake reactions for making my audience feel a certain way. Oh. Well, I love these camera shots, by the way. Like, absolutely amazing. Oh, there was some lingering UI. That was weird. See that? Victory's ours. The one we saw when we were searching out the Herba Mystica came from down here. Well, how to climb out then? You two got to meet one of these Pokemon before our crater get together? Jealous. Well, I had to press A a couple times there. Only been super excited about a shiny when you encountered a shiny Elegum randomly in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Was it like an early on kind of shiny that in terms of having gotten shinies before? Because I think the first time that I ever ran into a shiny, like, I was super hyped. My first shiny that I ever got was I was searching out shiny Pokemon by fishing chaining in Pokemon X and Y, and it was a Clawitzer. It was a red lobster there, was the case, and I thought that was pretty cool. There have been some over the years that I thought were pretty cool. Like in Legends Arceus. Before Legends Arceus, I never just randomly encountered a shiny. I'd gotten shinies by, like, hunting for them before, but I'd never randomly gotten one out in the world. Legends Arceus was, like, the first one of that for me with the shiny Buizel Kenway. And, you know, I was kind of I was not, like, super duper hyped, like, high energy. I was just kind of, like, in disbelief is what I was, like, just kind of in shock. But now at this point, it's just like, yeah, that's a shiny. Neat. If we got things from Little Ancient Times roaming around Paldea, that's a major problem. Is Professor Sada doing anything to keep them under control? Or could she let this happen? Maybe I'd get really excited if I saw a shiny of, like, one of my favorite Pokemon or something. Yeah, right. Because it's not like, oh, so brilliant Professor Sada messes up. Come on, Harmonia. Get into that research station. Alright. Also, if I slapped the Masquerain into the 6th slot here as novelty of the shiny that we got in the playthrough, it would technically mean I would no longer have duplicate types, right? If it's bug flying. I really like Ethel, but I also have duplicate types with you know, Ghost. Is technically the case. You know. But yeah. First full odd shy. Okay, yeah, so there was the hype about that. So it's like me with my Buizel. My Boozle. Good old Kenway. And made it to station number 3. How are we doing after all that walking, battling, and whatnot? Anyone need a rest? I thought you were huffing and puffing just a couple research stations ago. Feeling rough, Penny? Oh, no, it's not like that. I've just been thinking ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. The Pokemon here in Area 0 came from our time from the past. Came to our time from the past, right? So about Koraidon, isn't it pretty likely that it's also one of those ancient Pokemon? Nah, it probably came from the dev ball right in front of my feet. You're right! Huh? I think you're onto something. It is kind of giving off ancient vibes. Even its name sounds pasty. You'd say that, like, it's Koraidon and Miraidon. Like, their names are basically the same, like a letter different. And I bet you'd say the other one's future-y sounding, huh? Wait a sec, I totally forgot. Hey, Arvin. Hey, Arnold. You had Koraidon's ball. You told us about its forms in the first place. You must know something about it, right? Still remember that from way back? No wonder you're everybody's little star pupil. Guess I've got no choice then but to tell you what I know. That Pokemon, Koraidon that is, was found by my mom when she was working on her time machine. I believe it would be best for me to take over the explanations at this point. Professor! Koraidon, which I entrusted to Harmonia, was the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the past by the time machine. Seriously? Through analysis of its genetic makeup, as well as its behavioral patterns, I came to realize that what I had discovered was in fact an ancient form of Cyclizar, Pokemon still commonly ridden in this region. And Cyclizar is just, the super lame modern version of it that, lost all its cool traits. Well, that makes sense, I guess. They do look alike. Is she on a Nintendo Switch right now? Many other Pokemon also came to this place from across the boundaries of time. But I was never able to bring over more than 2 specimens of Koraidon. There's another one around here somewhere? What if they're family? Another one could still be somewhere in Area Zero, waiting to finally be reunited with our Koraidon. A heartwarming family reunion? Exactly. Imagine how thrilled they'll be if we can get their family back together after all this time. Family, huh? Yeah, that sounds nice. If we could proceed, Harmonia. Please disable the next lock using the central panel there. Yeah, they very much would have. But, if it can sell 10 million units in 3 days without doing it, then why bother putting in, the time and money involved with that, or any quality of life thing with this game. That this game is lacking, lock disabled. Well done. Only one remains now. Please continue on to the final research station. And it really baffles me, because, if any other game shipped out in this quality, like, it would be, it would be like a Cyberpunk situation, where everyone always associates it as, like, wow, that was awful. But Pokemon, while this one has gotten more flack than I've seen any other previous Pokemon game get before, it's still great majority. This game was great success. And if it can continue to be great success without putting in things like voice acting, visuals that look passable for the time, or anything else, then why bother? Successfully brought more and more ancient Pokemon to our time since the first one, so close to creating a world like the one in the book. Paradise where we 3 can live happily together forever. I must make it real. Time Machine researches the Ultra Triumph, a Pokemon from the ancient past. I've named it Koraidon, expecting one new life to treasure. But what fortune to be blessed with this gift as well. Neat. So this suggests you make a version of the meme with Kmart instead of Radio Shack? What, with things being ancient and stuff? What if Professor Sada summoned Kmart from the Time Machine? Cool. Well, out we go, I guess. Back to Area Zero. Alright, well, what, do I go through that big cave now or something? So Koraidon's an ancient Pokemon. No wonder no one's seen it before. I'll check this way first, just in case. My goodness, the frame rate. Oni, you've got to let me battle Koraidon right now. It still won't come out of its Pokeball. Whoa. Right. That was the first I heard of it coming from the past myself. It was just some weird Pokemon Mom brought home all of a sudden one day. Brought home a weird dog. I'll live together at the Lighthouse Lab for a little while. I'll maybe promise to keep it a secret. And I take care of it for her too. So that's why you knew so much about it. Yeah, but then one day Koraidon just went nuts against some wild Pokemon. Few of the folks living nearby ended up seeing it, so the secret was out. As it happened, my mom took it, went back to Area Zero. As I go through the cave. Does that make sense if it's a Pokemon from a different age? Yeah, people found out, it'd be all over the news. I didn't see my mom or Koraidon again after that, for ages. Looking back on now, it seems stupid, but I feel like I lost my mom because of Koraidon. It was the worst feeling ever. I just hated Koraidon and everything about it. Didn't want to even talk about it. Sorry for not telling you what I knew sooner, Harmonia. Sucks there's no jump button in this game past Koraidon. Should be sorry. Shoot, that's like the coolest thing ever, and oh gosh dang it. I'm sure it would have been great to know all that relevant info before we got here. Dang you guys. Harsh. Alright, let's see what's going on this way. This away we go. This away we go. The frame rate is so abysmal. I hear that you're pretty OP apparently, from what I've heard online. So much poppin'. Oh my goodness, it never stops. Is the world just not existing in that tiny little patch there, or is that a crystal? That's a crystal, it seems like. Oh my. Wait, is it a... Wait. Yeah, it is a crystal. Just one? Just one. Okay, don't play it into, like, the wall or anything like that. Just have it be that one. Oh, and there's one of those doodles. Alright, well, This way we go. Cutscene happening. Oh my good gracious. You know, we recently went all the way through Nier Automata, and the first thing that I saw when I saw that frame was Nier Automata. Because there's sections of that game that are in, like, very black and white, like the space station and the all-out attack on the machines. And when I saw that, like, as bright as it was, and very just black and white with how bright it was, the first thing my brain registered it as was that I was playing Nier Automata for a second. But then I had to realize, like, wait, I'm not playing Nier Automata. Oh my gosh, look at all these huge, gorgeous crystals. I go all the way to the bottom. Wow. Just realized the other day that it's not so unusual that Nintendo allowed this game to be certified when you remember that Nintendo certified the Grand Theft Auto Definitive Trilogy. Last year, Nintendo allowed an equally shy game to get through despite lesser sales numbers at stake. But Nintendo doesn't publish GTA, though. Like, what do you mean by certified? Like, put on the Nintendo seal of quality? Because I thought that, do they still do that? Is that still a thing that they do? I thought that that was like a thing that they used to do, but don't really do anymore. But, you know, Nintendo has nothing to do with GTA. If, you know, if someone wants to put, like, the GTA trilogy or whatever other garbage game onto their platform, who are they to complain, you know? If anything, it's just, like, more games on their system, more reason for people to buy their consoles, even if the game sucks. More sales that they'll get, like, through the eShop and stuff like that. So, you know, what reason would they have to do that? Like, this they have reason to because it is something that they publish and it's something directly under their name, not something that's just, like, put on their system, on their platform, like with GTA, you know? One slip we can kiss our short lives goodbye. So I don't know why Nintendo would care about something like that. There's plenty of garbage games on the Switch that, you know, why would they care? You know? Okay, call, watch your step. And there's railings here. So, Professor's down there somewhere, waiting for us. That's fine. Totally fine. Alright, team. Watch yourselves and let's get to the bottom of this thing. This place looks unreal. Maybe there really is treasure down here like the stories say. Yeah. This place is like something from a whole other world. Makes it feel like maybe you already died and went somewhere. Is it just me, or did the crystals here give off the same glow as when Pokemon terrestrialized? There's gotta be some sort of connection. Only one way to find out. Come on, everybody. Let's keep moving. Gotta go all the way down. This section and stuff with Arven that we're getting backstory to just made me think of a comparison that I can make to the intro of Chapter 9 in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 in terms of ways that you can express your story. Because I wanted to just say, and this is something that I'll probably bring up in the eventual video essay that I'm now thinking of, is there are some interesting things going on with the plot of this story that I do respect. Like the situation with Arven, like the family situation at home with him, with Koraidon, and him having like all these negative feelings towards Koraidon, and I guess wanting to get rid of it for that reason. Because he was seeing it as like the replacement, the stand-in for his mom, you know? And I think that that is, you know, an interesting stance to take and like, you know, a level of depth that you don't normally see in a Pokemon game, and that's pretty cool. But we never actually see any of this in any way. The storytelling is purely through, like, reading text over and over and over again. You know, they always say in storytelling, show, don't tell. But Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, while it does have some interesting things going on in its story, I will give it that, it never shows it. Not once. It always just tells us about it, and it's like, yeah, try to use your imagination as best you can. And the reason why I thought about Xenoblade Chronicles 2 here is because there's a scene in the beginning of Chapter 9, like the intro of Chapter 9, that it's a long cutscene that has no dialogue whatsoever until the very end. But it speaks volumes. Like, let's see here. If I look up Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Chapter 9 cutscenes, for example, here. Like, let's look this up. I hate it when creators put watermarks of theirs in like the bottom right or something like that. But let's see here. If I where's display capture? Here's display capture. So like the intro cutscene of this is like exposition. It's background on one of the characters, being Amalthus, who is like one of the antagonists of this game. And this kind of gives you some backstory for why he feels the way that he does. And this scene goes on for several minutes. And like I mentioned, it only has like any dialogue at all at the very end. Like, it's just a several minute long cutscene just purely showing visuals, showing like background here of like, oh yeah, he was a dudo that was like super wholesome and helping out and stuff like that. He was helping guide people along, and you know, he was like a cool upstanding guy and stuff like that, you know? He was this is the kind of character that he was, and it constantly cuts to the world tree over there. The place that's like the home of the architect, the guy that he worships. So as it keeps cutting over there, it's like it kind of symbolizes showing that, you know, that's where he looks to for guidance himself. That's what he bases his actions off of, like when he's healing that guy. And he keeps on looking towards the world tree where it's like, yep, this is what's guiding his actions and the way that he perceives the world. You know, it's very much the basis for him being the way that he is. And there's this here where he's trekking up this hill and he goes to this house over this away. And something's going on. What could be going on over there, huh? Someone's dead out in front. You hear the baby crying over there. Maybe I should turn it up like a smidge more. That's what I should do. Like, there's clearly something real bad going on over here. Somebody that's looting the place and real evil and stuff. And then he's gonna go and be like more evil and stuff. With a cool knife trick. And again, no words are used here at all. And it's the very same guy that he healed just earlier in the same cutscene. And with no words, it, you know, it speaks volumes. So you could probably piece together what happened to Mr. Dudo. And Malthus comes out here with the kid. And then just like he has been when he was doing all those kind things, all those things to guide all the people, he does the same thing now where he looks up to the world tree for guidance and the architect that he worships. And bases his view off of, like, this is the world the architect created. And really helps bring together his character.
Is this the world that you intended?
And shapes him into the villain that he becomes. That is, like, an absolutely, in my opinion, an absolutely amazing example of how to do storytelling by showing, not telling. You know, like, what was that, like 2 or 3 minutes with only words at the very end? And, you know, making a Malthus's, is it arc? Transition? I don't know. But him becoming, like, a villain character that wants to destroy the world because he thinks that it's what the architect wants. Like, so much more believable. Like, you really get to understand the character on a much deeper level. Whereas Pokemon is just like, here's dialogue exposition dump. Where, wow. Wow. Wow, really? Like, cutscenes, that's a little bit too much to put effort into, you know? Like, Pokemon and high-quality cutscenes, they don't really go together. Why do that when you can just play, like, the most bare-bones cutscenes ever with just, like, the super simple animation presets and just exposition dump with dialogue? Anyway, I just wanted to finish that. I just pressed the home button to finish that thought so I wouldn't miss this. So Corrado came to our age through the time machine and lived here a while with the professor, along with another one of its kind. That seems to be the story. So we brought it back home, kind of, or to its second home at least. I guess this place should be familiar to it, sure. Oh, that's great. Chance to unwind and bask in the familiarity. Doesn't exactly jive with how it's been acting all spooked since we got here. Doesn't seem eager to come out of its ball anytime soon either. Really? Thought it was just scared because we were so high up. I mean, it's a Pokemon that can fly, so I mean, huh? Who said it was scared of heights? I mean, someone did. Even though Koraidon was acting earlier, I think something happened to it here. So many Pokemon everywhere! As you get all shaky seeing a place you've got bad memories of. Same for me when I was being ignored by everyone in my class. Just thinking about school made me want to hide away somewhere so I know how it feels. Ah, Penny. So, maybe it got hurt down here in Area 0, just like Mabostiff. Can't know for sure, but it doesn't change it into its battle form anymore, right? So I think it's possible. That's so sad. We gotta do something to make it feel better. Oh, okay. I know I'm not just saying that because I super badly. Well, never mind there. You hurried back to the others so you wouldn't get separated. Better disable the lock from inside the research station. I'm trying to. I thought one of those Gibble was a different color as a Gabite. I don't know where the heck I'm going here. Also, I know I've said it earlier in this playthrough, but I'll say it again. Also, I can switch back to this layout now is what I can do. But the Pokemon do not at all naturally feel like they're existing in this world in, you know, a natural way in their natural habitats. They just feel like they're littered all over the place just for the sake of the player. They're not like wildlife in something like Breath of the Wild where, you know, they might see you and like run off, where maybe there's something a bit rare and you have to specifically seek them out. You know, they're just all over here. Oh my goodness, it's doing this again? Are you kidding me? Like that one bridge-like stone path that I went across was just filled with Pokemon everywhere, you know? Being a really good example. So it made me think about that again. Because, you know, it was just filled to the brim with Pokemon, to the point that I had to, like, skirt around so many of them. Yeah, this game overall just does feel like a mod. Essentially, that's basically the best way to put it. Is it gonna spawn, like, a bazillion Pokemon here again? No, maybe not. Okay, well, it spawned a bazillion Pokemon when I was here last time, but I guess not this time. Oh, there's a patch at them. But yeah, I thought that the opening cutscene of Sun and Moon was great. Made you curious about who the mysterious girl is running away from with mysterious Pokemon from the mysterious uninformed people. Yeah, I like the opening cutscene of Pokemon Sun and Moon as well. That one's neat. And yeah, it does stifle some mystery. Some intrigue. What's going on here and stuff, you know? That was a good cutscene in Pokemon. But Pokemon typically does not do good storytelling cutscenes of showing rather than telling. Pokemon loves to just, especially the more recent games, just exposition dump text. Sometimes not even being enough to understand what's going on, aka like Chairman Rose and Eternatus from Sun and Moon, from Sword and Shield. What do I do here? I'm so confused. Like, what? Was I not supposed to cross this? Is there like another way down over here that I missed? I'm actually so confused. Well, I guess I'll trek back. You know, riding Koraidon can already feel like pretty darn slow when, you know, the game speed is tied to the frame rate. And, you know, we're very seldomly hitting 30 FPS, it feels like, so the game is constantly running slow. So, like, alrighty, it kind of feels slow with Koraidon slowing down. But, you know, not being able to ride Koraidon and just being stuck with walking and going through areas where, like, you know, the frame rate is sticking around like this most of the time. But when a lot of Pokemon are spawning just like really, really tanks, it's just like, wow, feels really darn slow. Like, I'm no expert on, you know, being able to spot frame rates. You know, I'm not the kind of person that can just be looking at something and be like, ah, yes, that's 30 FPS, that's 60 FPS, you know? Some people can, and it's really impressive, but I'm not one of them. But, you know, so I can't know for sure, but this does not exactly feel like 30. Oh, especially as I'm turning the camera. It's 100% sure not a 30 when I'm turning the camera. I can say that without a doubt. But, like, look how slow this just feels. Well, round we go. I'm surprised that they did crazy reflections like that. I'm surprised. Alright, in we go.